Introduce yourself, my girl.
Ooh, I guess you can call me G or whatever, but my name
Gary.
it's Gary, Garyana. Follow me on Instagram, Ray.Nisha.
I'm gonna put it in the comments.
Okay.
I'm gonna just put it in the description. Cause ain't nobody finna remember that.
I spelled it out for him.
Ain't nobody finna remember that. So today, we're trying a little bit of a different format. We got some icebreakers we're gonna do. We got a couple never have I ever's. Got a little would you rather. So we're gonna get started like that, and we're just gonna go from there, see where that takes us, and we got some questions too. So
Man, I'm gonna finish this before we even ask them.
it's okay. So what you wanna do? You wanna do would you rather first, or you wanna do
Okay. So what's these
that's the
icebreakers,
question
though, right?
questions.
Okay,
No, that's
no.
questions.
These icebreakers.
Yes.
Oh, not you got the stuff on the.
Girl!
All right. So, would you rather
Put this over here for the wind blow out.
meet your great grandparents or your great grandchildren?
Probably great grandparents.
I would have to agree.
I feel like meeting them might help me understand some other things better. Which I did meet my great grandmother, but I didn't really have like a real relationship with her. But I don't know neither one of my grandfathers, like my grandfather or my great grandfather. I don't know neither of them.
Well, the crazy part about it is with my family tree, I don't know. I can't say I don't know. On my daddy's side, as far as like great grandmamas or something, I wouldn't even know if she existed because after I swear
I mean,
to God,
I guess she exists.
I mean, yeah, she got to exist somewhere. But to be completely honest with you, like it was my grandma. We met her side of the family like once they passed, but I just knew that they all looked alike. You know, my daddy's side of the family white, so I didn't feel comfortable in the
Look, learn something. Look, I learned something new about Bree on the last episode. Now I'm learning something new about you because
Yeah,
I didn't know you was mulatto, girl.
White, black, and Indian, baby.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna have to go with. I wouldn't say great grandparents, but I'm gonna say great grandchildren because I want to see what the line.
Now, I mean, it'd be
I wanna
nice
see
just to be
if-
around for them because, in a sense, I didn't have it. But at the same time, like I would like to understand like a little bit more because, like, I don't know. I only met my grandma on my daddy's side. I don't know the granddaddy. I don't know nobody over there. I don't think any of us know anybody over. Like none of us knew my granddaddy on my daddy's side. He died before any of us came along.
And that's what I was just about to
But
say.
we knew my grandma. She died when I was 5, and then we don't know nobody above her. But we knew my great grandma on my mama's side. But like my mama's side is really the side I just grew up with, and they so secretive. It's so blah, but whatever.
Again, with
So
that,
I think that's why I stated like the great. So I could know a little bit more about my history and be able to kind of like see what I could pass down or like what like where I come from because it's weird.
I don't know. I can't even really say nothing because our history. I feel like my family specifically, it's probably gonna start with us, just because we don't know nothing about the rest of them. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my immediate family, like me, my sisters, my brothers, like we don't know nothing about the people. So it's just like it's us, and then
Because my brother just asked me, he was like, "What
history.
you got to pass down, like to Sue's keepsakes?" And I was like, "No."
I don't know nothing about them.
I
And
told
then
myself,
like
half my
granddaddies-
childhood was refurbished, so I don't even know.
I never had a granddaddy. They was all passed away before I was born, and I don't have that privilege of knowing my history for real. I can do ancestry.
I ain't paying nobody to tell me who my people was. They might be lying. Moving on. Cause baby, I ain't got time. Y'all might tell me.
They might tell me a lie, but who's to say I might be related to mulattoes some kind of way? And then now, ancestry.
Girl, please go away. You could also be. They might also tell you related to Hitler. You gonna want to know that?
I would actually like to know that because they might explain my mean tendency.
We moving on. This one ain't. Oh Lord, this one is cute. This one's simple. You put your cereal first or your milk first?
My cereal first. Anybody that put their milk first is a small serial killer in the side. They related.
I
to
guess
Hitler.
I am.
Damn.
Look.
You can't
I
even
knew
ration out
when
the
I wrote
cereal.
that. When I wrote that down, I knew I was gonna be judged. But it's okay because I'm here to
No, it ain't
stand.
judgment. It's just how you ration out your cereal.
Okay,
You
so
got
here's
more
the
milk in
thing.
the bowl.
Here's
That's a
the
waste of
thing. No, it's not. Here's the thing. because I am a type of, I cannot stand soggy cereal. Like, and cereal is like the one thing I eat stupid slow for some reason. I don't know why. I eat it very slow. I have tried multiple times, like with Frosted Flakes, all the cereals. I have tried putting my cereal first and then pour my milk, and it don't work out. So I pour like a bowl of milk, and then I just pour as I'm eating. And I drink my milk because I'm a little heifer. I'm a cow. I love milk. I love milk.
I was just about to say, you one of the ones that eat your cereal off the top.
Yep. Because it don't get soggy. It ensures to me that it don't get soggy. You can let it get like softer, but soggy, like...
You do realize the cereal gonna end up like soggy either way, depending on how long you leave it in the bowl. You just said
I can control it though.
You can control that when you put the cereal
I put
in.
small amounts.
You eating. Start with a small amount. Put this much milk in the bowl.
Cause then I'm gonna still have to pour more milk as I go.
You gonna have to. Come on now, be for real. Would you rather have the
next? we not finna sit here.
All right, you know what? Okay, so this is a good one though. This is a good one. Okay. More time or more money?
Time. Because to be perfectly honest, the more time you have, the more time you got to make money. Like, I feel like that just, it balances out.
Give me more money. Time ain't guaranteed.
What if you get more money and you got a minute to spend it, my nigga? Like, what you finna do?
You spend in a minute?
You can't shop in a minute, let alone check out in a minute. They don't even shop that fast. By the time you die,
I can spend the money.
It's about as fast as you can spend the money, but are you gonna reap the benefits of the money?
Okay,
because
like,
if you get the money and you die in a minute, by the time the Instacart come to you, you gonna be gone.
This is my thing though. With the more time, I could have more time, but God gave me a timeline. I'm not wishing for more time and then something bad happening in the end anyway. The Lord has already put me on my timeline. So on my timeline, I already got my expiration date. I don't need that. Give me the millions. That way in these millions, I can live it up.
I feel you.
And then when
but
he
the thing about it is because God got to be the
business.
one to give you the more time. Like, so.
I don't think I want more. That's just like asking if you want to come back to life or not. Or if you want to like resurrect somebody.
I see both sides. I get both. I get you.
I mean,
But
and then
just,
to be crazy, I can ask for more time, and in the world we living in, it's already scary.
Oh, baby, you ain't lied about that. Boy. I'm gonna switch cards just to see, cause I wrote some random stuff and I wrote some deep stuff. So I just want to see this. Never laugh again or never cry again.
Never cry again.
Absolutely. Laugh and burn calories. And I done gained so many calories and pounds. I would love. Wait a minute.
Steering from the cards.
Go ahead. It's your turn. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Never speak again.
We'll talk about that later. We're gonna talk about that later. Cause ain't no way you just walked up in my house like this. They say nothing. It's all right. Go ahead. What's your?
Never speak again, or not be able to control what you say.
I already don't really control what I say anyway, so I'm gonna keep talking.
I was just about to say, there's no way I can never speak again, because there's some stuff on a day-to-day basis where I be
But see me, I'm so petty, and I find a loophole in the heartbeat. I'm finna learn sign language. You tell me I can't speak again.
Baby,
I'm throwing hands, and I ain't even trying to be. I'm just being real. I'm gonna learn sign language.
You know, even with sign language, the sign language,
I'm gonna write it down.
You don't express like
because it didn't say you can't write, so I might just.
It still won't give the expression that I need for you to hear out my mouth that you is plumbed.
But I'm gonna mouth the words.
You was plumbed, or you need to feel it from my soul that you sound.
That gave you a feel, did it? And I ain't even say nothing.
It's actually I feel like it'll probably be more scary that way. You walk up and be like, how you supposed to feel? I'm scared because the hand movements. What you gonna do?
Because it might just. Yeah.
I cannot reach out and touch.
Oh, this one's funny. Be musty or have funky breath? Dear God.
I take a lot of pride in smelling right. That's really hard. I can't do that, baby. Funky breath, they don't cover up funky breath.
You gotta pick one.
I'm gonna say bad breath though, cause I can't be musty. I've been around a lot of musty people.
Man, let me tell you something about when I went into Regions the other day. Oh, and it's like the must was with them, because I went to the gym for the first time in months, and baby, when I'm over here, I finished one machine, And I swear to you, I just walked into a cloud of it. And I was like, ugh. And the same thing happened. I was in the bank behind an old man. And I went in there. And it was like stationary must. Because I didn't smell it when I walked in. But as soon as I walked up into the area where he was standing, I was like, oh my, oh. That must was surrounding me. I felt engulfed. It just reached out and gave me a bear hug.
It's one of them smells that, like, when it hits you, you feel disrespected on the inside.
I did.
Because, like, I know if I smell it, you smell it as well. And there's no reason why you should smell that way.
Let's move on.
Just for the both of us.
Let's move on.
Live last year on repeat or lose a random year of life.
The random gets me. Because I got a particular year I'd be perfectly fine with losing. But then again, I wouldn't because my baby I got pregnant in the same year that I'd be okay with losing. That's crazy.
See, even deeper as the lose a random year of your life, are they saying a previous year? Or are you saying a future year that I can't choose for myself?
My God. My God. I don't know. I'm stumped.
Because that's the better question. Like, are you trying to take a year from my future?
But see, last year was not bad. It's just like, I'm repeat though.
I don't know if I wouldn't mind living that on repeat because I had.
And then what do it mean? Like lose a year? Like you just get younger, or you forget it, or what happens?
That's
like,
that's a deeper question than what you think. It's more than
you got all the annoying questions.
So you never say. So you gonna live it on repeat?
I don't know.
I don't mind living last year. I ain't gonna say on repeat, but I wouldn't mind like going back.
But that's what they say.
I mean, I could probably do it.
Like I could relive it at least once.
Yeah.
But just like
boom,
bad,
like
13 going on 30 type of stuff. I don't know.
It was that year of the lessons. So
year of growth. This where like God just came in and swept up some stuff, and he was like, "Hey, girl."
He kicked up some dust.
Boom.
He was like, "You need to.
This time,
let's get this together."
But see, I would now if it said this year, even though this year ain't over, we would. I'm on 6 months in, and I'm loving it. Like I'm so grateful to God for everything that He has changed. Like I've started this, you know, like the growth with my relationship with my mama, like learning more as a parent.
I noticed it the other day, and I was like, I really love that. Yeah, because we had some conversations. But yeah, I love that.
Won't he do it? Yeah, that I don't know.
And then I can't
Skip. Skip.
No, ma'am, that's not the point of these cars. That's not the point of these cars.
You don't make the rules. This is my podcast.
You right. Your world, I'm just living in it.
Period.
Your world.
Not me pulling the trump card. Okay. So let's get into it. Get your questions out. And you don't get to pick. We can't skip on these. We can't skip on these.
Okay.
Because this the meat. Like I said, we're trying a new format. I don't really have a topic today, so this is where the conversation come from. I'm gonna let you go first since you're the guest here. I'll give you your plate first. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Okay. Biggest pet peeve about your child?
Whining.
Ooh.
Baby, that's gonna be about it. Gonna have to be. That well, not even that though. I guess it go in the same category as whining, but feeling like he's supposed to have his way, no matter what. Because that's generally where the whining come. Like you saw it. We just saw.
Yeah. It's
mine,
just like when you tell him no, it's like, but my why?
Honestly, the whining that really gets me, it's not even that because I just like, sir. Like that makes me bounce up on you even harder. Honestly, like it's just like, and
that black mama.
You want your way, and I want you to stop whining. It don't seem like neither one of us are gonna get what we desire right now. But let's keep it moving.
That black mama.
The whining for like literally no reason. Like you just.
That's even worse.
I wanna do this, or I wanna come sit with you. You could just say that. Just whining, and then I ask you what's wrong. Nothing. What?
I was saying, because my son has going through a phase where he will wake up in the middle of the night because he's sleepy. So he'll wake up out of his sleep and still be sleepy and be mad because he woke up. So he'll wake up and he'll be like, Mama, my eye. And I'll be like, what's wrong with your eye? He'll be like, I'm sleepy. Well, just like that.
Just close it.
It's all right. It's just like that.
See, Kate's not okay right now. He be doing it sometimes, but he be saying like limbs hurt. He going through growing pains.
And when Dez have growing pains, he don't say what's wrong. He'll just continue to cry. and he'll cry and he'll cry.
Casey
and he'll
do that
cry. You be
sometimes
like, what's
too,
wrong?
but I be
are you
like,
hurting? Are you scared? You have to use
like,
the bathroom? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry?
I've learned to
And won't
ask
say
him
nothing.
when he go to the just straight up whining. I've learned, like, is it your foot? Is it your leg? Is it your arms? Like, what is it? And he'll tell me then. Sometimes he even be saying his head hurt. I just go get the Tylenol, bloop, and about 10 minutes later, he's good. We right back to sleep.
And I think that's what we going through now.
It's definitely like, it's a learning process. I'm just shuffling these cards. I might be messing my stuff up. I don't know what
You
I'm
might
doing.
be, because you can shuffle them already.
Okay. This ain't bad. Do you remember the first time you realized your parents were like just people? Like, do you remember the moments you was like, dang?
I think when I got older, like now. But I also grew up in a household where we really didn't see our parents like do too much. It was everything was you a kid and I'm grown, and it always is separate. So even if they was going through a little quarrel or something, it was never presented in front of us.
Now see, that's a plus and a minus in a sense, because
But
it's like, yeah,
like I said, as I got older, now you might see the quarrel, or now my mama be like, "Ooh, girl, your daddy get on my nerves." And I
so
think
real
that
quick,
conversation.
pausing on that and asking, is your parents still together?
Yes.
That is amazing. I love that. I don't think I ever asked that, and it's so sad because that kind of shows the like world we live in now. Not because it's just something I want to, but it's like, it's almost like don't ask, don't tell. But in the back of my mind, because I've seen so many tumultuous parental relationships, especially my own, like, I just assume people's parents don't be together.
And
that's so messed up.
But I
but
think
it's
that's
just
like
the
a common
truth.
thing in the black community.
Yes,
though.
like
not,
now
not
I just be
anybody.
like,
It's big in the black community.
Unless I
like,
see your parents together,
even like
unless I
siblings
know.
though, like me and every single one of my siblings got the same mama, same dad.
And mine
So
too.
when we go and say, yeah, we got the same mama,
Yes, I get
and
that
like,
too. Be like,
yes.
well, y'all got, especially with like my brother just turned 40 today, and I'm finna be 29 in October. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
And it's for us, like, boom.
yeah, big gap.
And then the sister that's right over me, I don't even know, she something 35.
But see, we was already together. We all 2 years apart.
Yeah. See,
So-
that the first three, all boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So Deuce just turned 40. She finna be, or just turned. See, it's weird because my oldest sister's birthday in February. So if he just turned 40, I think she should have just turned like 38. And then so Precious will be like 35 or 36 this year, something like that. Like they pretty close together. And then here I come like almost 7 years later, and I'm just like, when?
And you know what? Another thing where I feel like we really didn't see our parents close, they didn't have time. You got 4 kids.
Baby, no, I
that's
saw
like
my
back to back.
saw my parents argue. I remember, and my mama, like, it's so funny because a lot of what I do remember from my childhood, I blocked out so much. She'd be like, you don't remember this? And I'm like, no. And if I remember it, most of the time I remember it a different way. Like, she remembers the day that they took me to teach me how to ride my bike. It's like this amazing little thing. She's like, even though it rained, it was a good day, and da da da. I was like, I remember wanting both of my parents to take me to the park and teach me how to ride my bike, and Dad didn't want you to come, and it was this big deal, and I was crying, and then because I wanted you to come, he made it a situation where everybody had to come. Like, it was you, Dad, and my siblings, and I just wanted to go to the park with my mom and my dad and learn how to ride my bike.
And obviously,
And and then it rained. To make matters worse, the sky was crying with me.
but you remember it as it was a nice day.
I
It
just got
rained.
saw my baby riding her bike and then taking your training wheels off, and it just was a beautiful experience. What a beautiful chocolate man. No.
And the whole time I'm over here traumatized, but it's fine. Anybody asked me how I felt.
But she was like, I really hate that for you. Like, and that's the sad thing, but that's what, like, as far as, and I'm not crying, baby, these lashes is moving.
Oh, girl.
But girl, now, please, girl.
But
look.
see, at the same time, though, none of them like I don't know. I tell people when it come to my childhood, it really wasn't nothing like. It wasn't sad, but it wasn't dramatic. It wasn't.
It was just kind of like, I'm
It
here,
was a regular
we doing
childhood.
this.
It was really more so like me and my siblings really kind of just thugging it out. Like, Dad was at work, Mama held the household down, but for the most part, she wanted her own space, and everybody knew just leave her the hell alone. Like, and with the relationship amongst themselves, I think I had a conversation with my mama about how long they done been together, because maybe more than 3 years to me is a long time. So you
More
know,
than 3 years at this
I'm
time.
20. I'm
is
26.
Like,
and
oh,
that
baby.
was- that
I'm
was
trying to do it,
together.
but it's hard. It's hard. I'm sorry, bro. I can't. It's just, oh.
The vibrant blue is given, though, so it's fine.
I ain't gonna lie, like, this ain't even related at all, but it's related at the same time because I took my little bonnet off when I was on the phone with my brother, and I was like, your sister's locks are locking. Like, oh.
It's the blue.
The
I like
girl.
blue. It's the blue. It's like an aqua, so it's like that.
Girl, this is like 4 different blues in my head. People like, what color is this? I be like, aqua, baby blue, sapphire, and something else. Emerald or something. I don't know. I just get it. If it's a shade of blue, I get it. And if it's when it's time to redo my hair, I don't be caring.
Blue.
You know, I've never cared.
No.
I've never
but
cared.
see, it always end up like working out good for you because like
I
get a unique
as
color.
much as I love my locks, like I literally every now and then just wake up and be like, I want to cut my hair.
It's okay
Because being bald was a move for me. Like
I can't do
it was
that.
also
My
a move
hair's
for me.
too
It's literally.
like, even though people like tell me like, oh, it's not.
I'm at that point in life. Like I think. And just because, like, I think you would look good with like a really short fro, but I can't see you with a fade. Just because, like, I don't, and it's not because I don't think you wouldn't look good. Your personality,
my
personality and hair is like synonymous, and it's just like when I had that
But
fade.
see, that's another reason why I refuse to cut my hair off now. Like I got 2 reasons for not cutting it. One, my grandma had long, pretty hair. She had long, pretty, and it was stark white. So now in my head, that's my goal because I've chopped my hair off so many times. And every time I chop my hair up, everybody go, you could have had hair like Pamela if you would have just not cut it.
I mean, they act like you finna die tomorrow. Well, we don't know, but you know.
Exactly. So like now, my big hair has always been a staple. Like even going back to school.
I don't think I've ever known you with little hair.
Never. And then when I did, no one saw me because it was
Did I have little hair when we met?
Yes.
I was bald when we met. I don't think I was
Not
bald.
bald.
I was growing it out to lock
it was,
back
it was
up.
getting
Yeah, because I don't think we met. Like I knew of you through Asia and Mimi and them, but I don't think we met till I started working at Claire's this last time. Because I was working at Claire's at one point, like
because I had even knew of you, but that was like you said through Asia. Like she'd be like, oh, I got such.
And a lot of people around McComb just knew I modeled. That ain't me no more.
I was just about to say then when I first started seeing the pictures, I was like, oh, the model.
The mother. Look, modeling just tastes so nasty to me now. It just that last show I feel
like the person that had you in the modeling world would probably put that sour
and
taste in your
she
mouth.
really wasn't. It's not just her. Like it's because I was doing stuff by myself. Like I went to a couple shows in Jackson. It's the me. Like I'm so much more spiritually advanced than I was. I'm so much more like in tune with really me, and I started realizing the real reasons that I did it. Like I liked it, and at one point I really did love it, but it was, I ain't gonna try to make it sound cute, it was an attention grabber for me. Like it was something I was doing because I felt like it gave me validation, and I don't feel like I need that validation anymore. And as I grew spiritually, and I'm not the woman I was, I don't dress like I used to, different stuff like that. Like people are trying to keep me in a box at this point. Like I was so uncomfortable in that pink dress I wore. Like it was a cute dress, but they wanted me to wear a certain size because of my figure and whatever else. And I'm just like, I don't feel comfortable in these. Like the whole time I'm on the runway, I'm trying to pull the dress down because I'm finna show my Sierra goodies. So,
like, even though the modeling world is changing,
they do, but they don't.
But like, it's still like if you don't fit my narrative, you're not gonna work.
And that's what they and if I'm seeing it at this little bitty level, what would I see if I did? I don't know.
And I told people all the time, but even like with the entertainment world and etc., if you don't start like with your own mindset of what you want your vision to be, anybody else can turn your vision and make it something that fit their narrative to make them more money.
Me and Asia was talking. It was a photographer that did my like first shoot. I got that scar. I had a scar before I had a C-section. They went back through that same scar so I wouldn't end up T-cut. But I had a scar since I was 12 because I had that surgery. I had to get an ovary removed and everything and the tumor. But he edited my scar out in like my pictures when he sent them to me, and that pissed me off because I was like, why did you do that? Oh, the modeling world. And this is at kind of like the height of when like Winnie Harlow and like it was like the plus size girls coming out for sure. Like it's like at the turn of the modeling world. It's like 2017, 2018. And so I was like, he was like, the modeling agencies and the magazines, they wouldn't want that. And I'm like, but I mean we cool, but you ain't never been published.
Not even that.
You
though.
ain't in the modeling world, for real.
If we talk about me being in the modeling world and they wouldn't like it, once they see me in person, is that still gonna be an issue? Because they look at
and that's another thing I told him. I was like, I mean, it's gonna come with me. Like, yeah, they can Photoshop it out, but like they can't do nothing in an actual fashion show.
I can't Photoshop this in real life, baby.
And this is my life. If I didn't have this scar, I might not be here.
Right.
Because the type of tumor I had was like, it wasn't malignant, so it wasn't cancerous, but it was like, it could grow.
It's still something that would have.
It was the size of a soccer ball. It was the size of that black and green soccer ball out there. And it had already crushed one of my ovaries and my tubes. And it was a growing type of tumor. And I lived my life, well, I used to. I say that because God has not given me a spirit of fear. And I really don't. I really believe that it's not going to come back. I mean, it's been, I was 12. What is that? A lot of years. I ain't got time. I ain't got time.
She said no math.
No. So, but it hasn't come back since then. But I was fearful for a long time because it can be a recurring type of tumor. So I'm like, this is my story. I wouldn't even be in your pictures. I wouldn't be in front of your camera if I didn't have this scar.
Right.
Like, we're not doing it.
I'm not even it though. It still boils down to you edited it out, and I can't change it in real life. They gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can work
it. This is real. What the?
Words wrong. I'm words. And I'm a Disney kid, and I really don't want to do
Baby, that's as far as I was going, because I don't even, something about exactly how I'm supposed to be, that's it. I don't know. We don't, that road don't get traveled far for me.
Biggest hurdle as a parent?
I got a lot of them. I be galloping. But the biggest one, probably patience, like giving him grace to understand, because I think I mentioned this before, but like, he's so smart. And I'm not saying that like other people 2-year-olds aren't smart, but
you know, when it's your own.
I'm a very matter-of-fact type of person. Very matter-of-fact type of person. And it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like we just had this conversation 15 seconds ago. Like, you know what's up. You know I don't play with you like that. Like, let's just do this. But at the same time, trying to remember, like, you a kid. Because I did talk about it on the episode a little bit with Bree. Like, I really feel like I didn't have a margin of error. Like, once I'm told I'm supposed to do this, I'm just supposed to fall in line. Like,
again,
put 2, 3, 4 type situation. Like,
that come with that black
and I just
standard from back in the day.
I'm trying to give him grace. I'm trying not to do him like that. I'm trying to give him the space to understand he can mess up and it's okay, and that mama understands that you're not going to be perfect, but you can't be perfect, but you can perfect growing and consistently learning. I feel like to a certain extent you can. So it's like just giving him space to just make mistakes, like space to actually have time to fully compute what's being said to him. Like, now it's some stuff like I'm just gonna automatically get you, because we done had this conversation way too many times. But if it's something newer, you know, then I'm just now teaching you, like, we're coming into this because you're growing and you at a different stage in life. You finna be 3, so it's like, okay, we haven't really worked on this a whole lot.
And you know what? My answer's gonna be different. I'm not gonna say patience, because I have a lot of patience when it comes.
You do. I be seeing you, like, you, and it's so funny because you say that you don't have patience, like, in general.
I don't have patience. No, I don't have patience for adults.
I've even seen you. That's what I was just about to say. Like, you be talking about how you don't have no patience with certain, but I've definitely seen you like operate in, and it might not be. I feel like patience and grace are kind of like all together. So it may not be like just straight up patience, but I've seen you like give grace in certain situations. Be like, they just might not be, you know, like maybe it's me a little bit. Like, I don't know.
I do. I'm an understanding character. I do everything off of understanding. We may disagree, and I might not like what you said, but before I react and before I instantly go into, I don't know, let me see what you're talking about first. Let's have a conversation, and even if you don't want to have that conversation with me, I'll boil it down to, okay, well, whatever it is, it was a misunderstanding somewhere, we couldn't communicate, and I just gotta accept that you are who you are, you did what you did, you felt how you feel, and I have to accept it because it's probably not gonna change. And
it might not even be about you.
It might not be about me. It might be something within yourself that you just can't.
So many people talk about how communication is key and all of this. And I decided that communication itself is not key.
No.
Reciprocity is key. Because you can't communicate unless the other person chooses to communicate with you. like we can have this. I could be just having this conversation, but if you never respond or you never put your input in, I'm just talking. Like, I'm just running my mouth. Like, I'm not communicating with you. And then on top of that, the understanding kind of has to be there for real communication. But reciprocating the conversation is what gets the communication there. Or even just reciprocating care. Like, I might not genuinely be the girl who like to sit up and watch football with my man, but because
that's something he like to do, something he want to do,
and he reciprocates by doing something else that might not be just a real interest of his, but he knows that I enjoy it. He might not like going on picnic dates, but because I give and I watch football with him, he come on these picnic dates with me. Right. That's reciprocity.
Right.
That's what really gets you somewhere. Yes.
For those who don't know what that is, give it to me.
Because
don't Google it if you want, but that's a short definition.
You gonna make them stop watching and they barely started. But
baby, if they get offended about saying to go Google something, they lack the knowledge of understanding.
Baby, you know people don't like to use galoo. Ain't that what they lady on there?
I Google everything, and that boiled down to my whole thing. So everything boiled down to me to understanding. I gotta understand what you're talking about. And then that's where the opposite of like my biggest pet peeve with people, which is why I don't have a lot of patience with people, is I'm doing this for understanding. That way you can't make me feel dumb. I hate for somebody to try to make me feel slow. I hate for somebody to make it seem like I'm the problem, because I really try not to be the problem. That's where my biggest pet peeves come in with adults. With kids, you get a lot of patience with it. With my son, he done learned that mommy she said it, and I know she said it, but let me be sure, because sometimes she may, give and take. So if I say, there's no tablet at this time, put it down, you need to go lay down, or whatever the case may be, I leave out the room, he happened to be doing something, my son asks permission to do everything. Mama, can I watch my tablet?
And see, that's what I be
Mama, I have
with
to go to the bathroom. Go ahead and go to the bathroom.
Like,
he is gonna try to make everything, because he do not want to be in trouble. He don't want to get in trouble.
Trying me, baby. Because I tell him go sit down, and he like, and that's how we were as kids. Yeah. Like, and I don't fully remember it, but I know stories about it. And like, it's like, yeah, okay, that sounds like a very distant memory, but like, we didn't just, we told to go take a nap. We ain't just come out the room. Like, when we woke up, can I come out now? Like, now you can come out, or no, stay in there and play for a little while or something. Yeah. I could tell Kason go play. He gonna go play, or he might, or I want to do. Now, see, the flip side of that is, I don't have a problem with him advocating for himself. If I tell you to go sit down and watch TV, but you want to play, what you need to do is ask.
Ask me.
Can I get my toys instead?
Yeah.
Don't just go get your toys, because now you just blatantly being disobedient. And I'm trying to get him to understand that, because if you
talk to me that way, we can both, like, I need to know what you want to do, and you need to understand that what I told you.
To have that type of rapport, like, it should be a mutual respect. Like, I never want you to think that just because you're my kid, I don't respect you, because I felt that way as a child. Like, I felt like just because I'm less, or I'm less of age than you, now I feel like less than a person, and that's not cool. Like, I don't want him to feel that way.
But see, and I got my son on that route, but I also done got him on the route of, but he has this thing of saying, Mama, you my best friend. Or Mama,
I ain't one of your little friends.
And back in the day, when you heard that, you like, I'm not your friend, I'm not your little friend, I'm not this. But I like that my son looks at me as his best friend. Same thing with his daddy too. He was like, Mama, my dad ain't my best friend. And he was like, you both can be my best friends. And I'm like, yes, as your parents, I want to be your best friend. I want you to be able to come talk to me. I want you to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I got to get them together. Mama, you not my best friend. He'll throw a fit. It's okay. I don't have to be your best friend, but I'm your mama.
Like, I understand, and I'll tell him that I understand your feelings hurt right now, but that does not give you like the ability to be disrespectful, and like, we had this thing, like, I tell him, like, we a team. Yeah. We doing this together, because I just said it earlier when I was on the phone with my brother. He was acting a little nutty, and I was like, bro, we done known each other for almost 3 years. That ain't very long. Like, we still figuring this out, my dude. Like, we got to work together. We got to be a team.
That's why I tell people, I think that's when my son get to ask for permission to do everything, because he's scared that if I come and say something, I'll be like, nah, I'm a friend. So I think it's out of fear, but I also think it's out of respect. I think he respects mom. Same thing, like, if his tablet is too loud, he'd be like, Mama, it's okay. And I'd be like, yeah, well, can I turn it up a little bit? And
girl, not you. But
oh yeah,
because I tell him, like, and he is starting to do better. Like, he's starting to do a lot better. Like, today, even as much as we like had some combative moments, even today, like it'll be sometimes I tell him something, okay, mommy, or can I? He like I see the difference.
Yeah.
I do, but it's like in them
But
moments
see, he coming out
when the
them
moments be
threes.
momenting.
When he come out them threes and
When the moments be momenting, I be like,
yeah.
Grab you by the
didn't
collar
like
of your
threes
shirt.
But it was at the end of them threes that we started to be
Cause
like,
now he finna be 3.
oh.
Yeah. So the twos got him bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe
Now, 'cause
I be.
there is a time
Maybe the
twos,
twos are
but
gone
the threes
smoothed out. I mean, the threes are gonna smooth out.
ma'am.
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
I don't know.
No, ma'am. A lot of people say, "Oh, Terry,
Don't do me
twos,
that.
wait till
Don't do me
threes."
that. I'ma rebuke that in the name of
I'm
Jesus.
sorry, because that's when they start to get the.
But he
I know
started-
what I'm feeling, and I can kind of communicate with you a little bit more.
But we work, and that's why we've been working on it. Like,
Yeah,
use your words.
he-
Tell me what's going on. Like,
he-
why
he
don't
figuring out
you?
them feels
Like,
right
okay, I get that you don't want to go to school. You sitting here whining about why don't you want to go to school? Because I want to stay home and watch TV. Okay, I understand you want to stay home and watch TV. Like, we're getting to the point where we have like real dialogue. Like,
Yeah.
dang, did we ask another question? How many questions are we?
No, we were still on my last one.
See, this
still
is
on my
good.
last
I like the questions. Okay, the questions are questioning.
You put your thought into them. I like
Let
it.
me see. This kind of coincides, I guess, to a certain degree. Like, what was? I don't forgot what your question was. Biggest hurdle? Was that it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, parental fears. Like, what's something that you have? a
Simple
fear
for a
of?
mama, and everybody's answer is gonna be the same thing: being a bad mama. For somebody to call me a bad mom, ooh,
I don't fear that.
I do.
I
And
don't.
The only reason
I don't
that I
fear
do
it
is
because I'm already so subconsciously afraid of it with myself. I don't fear other at this point, and I did at one point, especially like during my pregnancy and like my first year. But now, I have gotten so secure, and even when I have my moments where I feel like a bad mom, I start praying to God because I'm like, okay, God, you don't make mistakes. Like, I had a miscarriage. He came along, wasn't the situation I wanted it to be in, but there's a reason he's here. You saw a mother in me when you allowed this to come. So I just go to start praying to God, like, help me to become the mother that you saw when you put him on, when you trusted me with him. And I don't fear other people calling me a bad mom because I am in God's grace getting that security and knowing that I am going to be the mom I'm supposed to be to him. We gonna figure this out. My parental fear would be, and it's gonna sound contradictory to an extent, but it would be getting out of that, like getting out of letting God govern my parentage. It would be like, because then I feel like I'll end up putting him through what I went through. Like, I feel like if I don't keep God, people talk about keeping God at the center of your marriage or your romantic relationship, but what about the rest of them?
Yeah.
Like, God should be the center of all the relationships that you have, because if he's not, then they're gonna fall apart anyway. Like, he should be the head of your life in the first place. So I just really want to make sure that I'm letting him guide me as far as me and his parent. And my biggest fear would be like getting from under that covering and ending up doing everything that I've asked God to help me not do.
And that's kind of the same thing. As
Yeah,
the
that's
bad.
like they kind of
But
coincide, but it's just
more
like,
so like, I look at my son and I think to myself, I want my son to be a better version of me, and I think that's every parent. And that's where it come in of I never want to be a bad mom. I'm so surprised at how many people tell me, oh, he's so sweet, he's so intelligent, and he being raised right, because I just don't play that, you know what I'm saying? But I also don't want to become the judgmental mom either. That's another fear of mine. I don't want to be that mom that look at other moms and be like, oh no, ma'am.
I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I
would
do.
never be. Don't get me wrong.
Sometimes
I ain't say
I do,
never
because
did
some
it.
of them like,
I ain't gonna say I ain't never did it. But at the same, cause like it's some kids you look at and be like, yo mama,
where is
you
she?
need to put her foot in your back, cause you know you ain't got no business.
Where
But
is
then
she?
again, I turn around and I look at the parent, and I be like, well, maybe somebody didn't teach you right,
Because
why you can't teach
that
them
is
right.
the whole purpose
So I
of
try
this
not
whole
to-
thing. Like, every episode I've done, even though this is just the third one, every episode I've done, like, we come across something that is like at the core of what I'm doing this for. Like, it's not about bashing my mom, it's not about bashing your mom, it's not about doing none of that. It's about really getting an understanding of the domino effect that parenthood is